Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Your Future in STEM event. My name is Jason Mannion, and I'm the Director of Community here at Tallo. And I'm so thrilled to have you all here today as part of Your Future in STEM event. So I'll be co-hosting with my colleague Alexa, and she's going to jump on in just a moment to give an overview of what we're going to do in the event today and all the amazing partners that we have taking part. But I'm going to go over STEM season. So the Your Future in STEM event is part of our larger initiative called STEM season. STEM season is where we bring our over 1.7 million Tallo members together with our best STEM partners. So that's colleges, companies, professional organizations that are all looking for students and young professionals just like you that are interested in STEM and want to take those next steps. And so we are hosting STEM season on the Tallo community. So if you're a member of Tallo, or even if you're not, you can join and jump into STEM season. So all you need to do to get to STEM season is go to the Tallo community, and then you can click on this nice big banner here. And that will take you to STEM season. So you can see all the different partners that we have involved that all have different opportunities, from internships to one-on-one mentorship opportunities. We're doing Ask Me Everythings with industry professionals. The first one's coming up this Friday with the Director of Alumni Relations for FIRST. I'd love to see in chat any members of the FIRST student organization. Let us know if you're out there. But this is a place where you can post your questions for Michelle and get answers from real world professionals. And so we'll be going more into that in Your Future in STEM and how you can get involved. But this is your one-stop shop for everything STEM season, where you can get involved in all the different opportunities that these partner companies, colleges, and professional organizations have for you. We are also hosting a $1,000 Tallo STEM season scholarship. The way that you get involved in that is you all actually already took the first step. Just by attending this event, you are already eligible for this scholarship. So good job to you. Congratulations, you are in the running. And if you'd like to have better chances at this scholarship, the way that you can enter more times and have more chances of earning this scholarship is by participating in STEM season. So you already did this first step of attending today. So you're entered. If you'd like more entries into the STEM season $1,000 scholarship, you can drop questions for the Ask Me Everythings. We're going to be updating this throughout STEM season that runs until April 15th. So there'll be more Ask Me Everythings. We're also going to be posting articles about STEM in STEM season. And if you drop a comment, that also enters you into the competition. So there's tons of ways to get involved. And every time you comment, ask a question, participate in STEM season, it's one more entry for you into this scholarship. The last thing I'll say before I pass it over to Alexa, that's going to go over today's event, is we are also awarding a gift card at the end of the event to one attendee. So stick around till the end of the event. The way that you can get that gift card awarded is we're looking for participation. So the members in this event that ask the best questions to our guests, dropping emojis, anything like that, we'll be choosing one of the members at the end of the event to award the gift card to. So I'm thrilled for today's event. We have so many good speakers lined up for you. So I'm going to pass it over to Alexa, and she's going to tell you more about your future in STEM.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jason. My name's Alexa. I am Tallo's event manager, and I'm so excited to be here today with you all. We're going to have so much fun. We have an amazing lineup today, with starting off with Unisys, who we'll get to in just a minute. Then we're going into Northampton College. Then we're going to have a brief 5-minute break. Then we're going into netAmerica and Micron. another 5-minute break, target and first, and then we're going to wrap up with some more reminders for STEM season. So we are right on track, and we're going to jump right into Unisys. Today from Unisys, we have Christina Young, who is the HR manager, and her focus is in early careers with the global workforce transformation. Welcome, Christina. We're so excited to have you join us.
Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes.
There we go.
We can hear you now.
Hi, everybody. Thanks, Alexa. My name's Christina Young. I go by Tina, but I lead the early careers here at Unisys for the United States and Canada. And wanted to start off here just with a little video about Unisys. And we actually recently just changed our logo and everything like that. So this is brand spanking new. And it's called Breakthrough with Unisys. So I'll let Alexa play that video, please.
It takes drive and determination to break through. At Unisys, our powerful solutions connect people and technology, helping you reach your full potential and beyond. So you can imagine new possibilities, step confidently into the future, and keep breaking through.
Perfect. So I work at Unisys. We are a global IT software development company. And I obviously, as I said previously, recruit and lead our early careers here. And I sit on the global team because we have great success in early careers at different regions across the world. And I focus, primarily on interns, co-ops, and entry-level individuals, anything really with the experience of under 2 years. So we have some great programs that fall underneath that. My internship program is a summer program, about 8 to 10 weeks. This summer it's starting in June 5th, and will run till mid-August. But most of the roles, that are in this program, obviously, range from my IT, cybersecurity, software engineering, data science, UI/ML, and then to my business side as well, which is accounting, finance, marketing, law. I see, where's your program located? So it's across the country. So I am actually on the East Coast, and I'm right outside of Philadelphia in Blue Bell. But Blue Bell is one of our main headquarters here. Also, Irvine, California is a big one. Eagan, Minnesota, Dallas, Texas, but we have offices across the US as well as in Canada. But yes, so that was a little bit of my internship program. My co-op program is about 6 months, typically runs from September to does Blue Bell have ice cream? Yes, they do. September to March, and then March to September. We have a great program. Typically is our technical interns, co-ops, you can say. So more on the software engineering side. And then my entry-level positions, they are June starts. And a lot of the times I do have some January starts for those December grads, but mostly my program is in June. I always say if we find the right candidate, right, or someone that fits our mold perfectly, we can help tailor, right, a start date. We love that. That's part of our culture. We love finding the best individuals, here, and helping to mold them and, be great here at Unisys. I think everything is a learning curve when you're at this age. So we understand that, which I think is great. but I see some stuff coming through the chat. But we have some great partnerships across the U.S. We partner obviously with many schools to, get those great, caliber candidates for our roles. And we have partnered now with Tallo, which, is going to be great for us going forward. And I had a video here we wanted to play. So California State University is one of our clients, but is also one of our partners from a recruiting university standpoint. And so California State University has about 23 campuses. And they, use our technology. Our cloud and infrastructure team worked with CSU to deploy a hybrid cloud in AWS cloud, obviously. And it's a really great story, and just kind of shows you a little bit of what maybe we do, but then also from a recruiting end, what, and how we partner with different universities across the country. So I'll let you play that, Alexa.
California State University is the largest university in the United States. Our aspirational vision is that every student who comes to us, regardless of background, succeeds in achieving their dreams, that they go on and they graduate in a timely manner and go out into the workforce and be successful. Without what we do, the classes just don't take place. And it's true, it happens in the background. People don't realize it or understand what it takes to have a system that lets students register, get their grades, get their financial aid, record their graduation, get their transcripts. We determined that it was an essential part of our strategy to migrate our systems to a cloud environment. We had an idea of what we wanted, but we weren't sure how to get there. And Unisys has been an excellent partner in helping us find our path, bringing in the level of expertise and the range of talents that it takes in information systems, information security, systems operation, database management, network management, and now cloud. We now have a significant portion of our environment migrated to the AWS cloud, and we're already seeing tremendous benefits. The work that we do with Unisys has a real impact on student lives. Every day, 23 campuses and 500,000 students expect us to deliver a system that's reliable, responsive, and can meet their needs. We can't do it without my team in the CSU, and I don't think we could do it without Unisys as a partner.
Thanks. Yeah, California State University was looking to enhance their student experience and deliver technology services that was critical, to the student success. And the initiative was really to increase the graduation rates through 2025. So really cool. And just a little snippet of kind of a little piece of what we do. We do a lot more, but thought it was great to show CSU, since I am a college recruiter. And yeah, so my time, I think, is almost up. So I will hand it back over to Alexa. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you so much, Christina. That was awesome. We have tons of questions for you in the chat that we will have Christina hopefully get to at a later date. But we are running all right on schedule and going to hop in our next session, which is with Northampton Community College. And we have G. Petra here, who is a student success specialist and an adjunct professor. So I'm going to pass it over to G. Thank you for joining us today.
Hello, Alexa. Thank you very much. So yes, I'm a student success specialist at the Northampton Community College. It's in Pennsylvania, and there is the 3 campuses actually, one in Monroe County, Northampton County, and with the Fowler campus at the Bethlehem campus and the Monroe campus. So, and yes, and Farah, she's the School of STEM Dean. So, and it's the first year for the STEM season with you, Tallo. So we are, the goal is with the Department of Defense grant, and it's to encourage the underrepresented students to go to in the STEM field. And we have a couple of different programs with NCC. So we encourage all of the BIPOC students to enroll at NCC and take advantage of all we can offer with this grant, which means free tutoring online and in person. We are going also to have this summer camp at the Monroe and Bethlehem campus. So that will be 1 week in each campus for high school students and willing to enroll with NCC. And there is also, we encourage the dual enrollment for high school students. And also from a point of view of mentoring, and so we can find mentor in their field. So depends which program they enter with the STEM, and also paid internship in the different company in relation with the Department of Defense. And we are already students doing a paid internship. So that's very interesting. So now I can pass to Farah. If you want to add to me, thank you.
Sure. Good afternoon. For some reason, I'm not sure what's going on with the camera. Alexa, are you able?
Yeah, let me see. That work? You might get a
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Awesome.
Good evening. I'm Farah Abnani. I am the STEM Dean. And as Dr. Patra mentioned, we do have a series of all programs across the STEM. We have biology, chemistry, physics, engineering, math, and the entire suite of technology programs and certification, including the cybersecurity and the network. Of course, and we have math. We are among one of the only 274 centers in the US that have been certified by the NSA and the Homeland Security in terms of the quality of our networking and cybersecurity program. I am the PI on the Department of Defense grant, and through this grant, basically we're providing, as Dr. Guy Patra mentioned, paid internship. We do not have chemical engineering, but we do have chemistry degree, but we do have agreements with East Stroudsburg University and other university across nearby the campus and outside of our states. We have over 74 agreement and a smooth transition for the student to go into basically being a junior level. In terms of the internship, we do have we do prep for medical school. I'm trying to answer the questions as they come. We do have, for the internship, we do have an entire office that takes care of placing the student in the internship. We have companies that they put through handshake the demand and what they need. And basically we match them with the student, and I approve this process. It is paid internship for the student, and most of the time at the end of the internship, the student receive either at least an extension of the internship, or sometimes this could lead to a full employment. At the meantime, we are offering the internship currently is only for the companies, and all of those that we have received, they want help within their company. We have not received any remote internship. In terms of the success rate of the student and the feedback that we're receiving, it is, of course, beneficial. Nothing beats an experiential learning for the student and be basically on the hands-on. Throughout this grant, we also have a mentoring program, and the employer in the company, the supervisor, serve as a mentor for the mentee who is one of our students. We also provide extra hours for the tutoring service that we have. And of course, we have a placement for the student. Should they need any help with the math and the science, they will have full access for an entire academic year to a platform where we have all the resources for math and for science to make them sure that they are ready. Beside the dual enrollment, the opportunity is open for any student willing to enroll at NCC. Our college is considered to be the lowest one in terms of tuition, and we are the only community college in Pennsylvania that has a dorm. So basically, we are almost like a four-year school. We're community college, but with the flavor of the four-year school, as all of us keep saying. So we welcome any questions you may have. Would love to see you on campus. We do have the summer bridge, and we're trying to create this connection between the high school to the college to transfer to four-year schools, or sometimes get a job right away in alignment with the Department of Defense goal that we have. Through the non-credit side, I didn't see one of the questions. We do provide upskilling, and we have a lot of certificate in that realm as well. Thank you, Alexa. Currently, no. Oh, I thought there was a question that I have.
I'm sorry, do you want me to play y'all's video now?
Please, if you want. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Hi, my name is Farah Abdulani. I am the STEM Dean at Northampton Community College. I welcome and encourage each one of you to attend one of our programs. We offer a variety of STEM programs, opportunity for dual enroll students, and of course, a lot of transfer agreement we have with four-year institutions. I am also the principal investigator in the Department of Defense grant, through which each STEM student has access to peer mentoring program, summer bridge camp, online tutoring, and student success coach. We look forward to seeing you at one of our campuses, either the Bethlehem or the Monroe campus. Oh, and we do have a residential hall. We are a community college with a four-year flavor. Looking forward to seeing you on campus soon. Thank you. I saw in one of the questions, someone asked if the dual enrollment started. Yes, we have been having it for years, and the opportunity is open for any student enroll in the high school. They can take advantage and take classes with us, earn high school as well as basically college degree at the same time. The college is Northampton Community College. We're in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. I'm trying to go over the questions to make sure I'm answering each one of them.
We do have one question that's actually pretty good. They're asking, how old do you have to be to apply for dual enrollment?
Any junior, any student, any junior high school student is eligible.
Awesome. Thank you for that. I know the questions are just coming in. There's so many.
Yes.
Let's see. Are these tutoring services free for students?
Yes. So beside the free tutoring service that the college provide through the grant, I did budget extra hours that the student can take advantage of. It could be either online or on campus. Yes, free of charge of students.
And also during the weekend, yes.
Yes, Kyla, through the agreement we have with all the four-year schools institution, you have smooth transition and you will transfer all the credit as long as you finish the AS degree with us.
Awesome. Well, that brings us to the end of the session. Thank you both, Farah and G, so much.
Thank you so much, Alexa.
Absolutely. Thank you for going through those questions.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you, Alexa. Thank you for it.
All right, we're going to take a brief 5-minute break, and then we'll be right back with netAmerica in just a few minutes. All right, everyone, we are back from that quick break with our next session, which is with netAmerica. And we have Padma Arvind joining us today, and we are so excited to have you join us.
Thank you. I think you have muted my video, I believe.
Here we go.
Good evening, everyone. I am from New Jersey, so it's almost like, it's 6 o'clock in the evening here. It's so good to see many of you on this call today. I am from netAmerica. Can I have the first slide, please? netAmerica is a minority women-owned company, and we have been in the business for almost about 20 plus years with several federal contracts. Next slide, Alexa. And we have been in several different industry sectors like healthcare, IT, energy. Though we are only focusing on these three sectors right now, it doesn't mean that we cannot expand onto other sectors. We work currently on 2 different intermediary contracts on registered apprenticeship from US Department of Labor on both equity registered apprenticeship program as well as on youth apprenticeship contract. Next slide, please. What is a registered apprenticeship? Many of you may have heard me talk. Many of you may have heard about Upskill USA program, which President Obama started in 2015. And that is when registered apprenticeship programs became really popular in the United States. I mean, we know about apprenticeship program, which was very popular in construction and other industries before. But registered apprenticeship program is a very structured program with earn as you learn training model, where you start working and start making money while you are learning a specific industry recognized credential. And it has 2 different components. One is a related technical instruction where you learn a specific skill set that is required by a sector, by an industry, and then you reinforce what you learn in those core competencies into the hands-on training, which we call it as on-the-job learning or on-the-job training. So you get paid while you are training in the on-the-job learning part of it, and you spend time with a very specific number of mentor-mentee ratio is maintained. So you get really very cared and you get trained by a very knowledgeable mentor. We call them as journey workers, and you get your, once you complete, you get your national certificate. Next slide, please. In this registered apprenticeship program, you get a certificate of completion from US Department of Labor Office of Apprenticeship. So this apprenticeship graduates, once you get that certificate of apprenticeship, everybody knows what are the core competencies and how many hours of training you have completed. So it becomes portable. That means wherever you go within the United States, you will be able to seek employment. And you are making money while you learn. And several registered apprenticeship programs have articulated with college credit. So you are able to stack your credentials in building into an associate degree, which can be articulated into a 4-year college education. So you are able to reduce your tuition fees by going through your registered apprenticeship program. And there is a career pathway that is built into it. And they are all pretty much recognized by your industry sector, whether it is healthcare, whether it is biotechnology industry sector, or it is a technology sector. They are all in demand occupations, and it is all employer driven. So there is a demand occupation. They are all demand occupations. Next slide, please. And what are the strategies with which we work? As an intermediary, we definitely partner with employers. As I said, these are all employer driven. So we don't really work unless we know there are open positions. So the employers come and tell us what are the demand occupations and how do you work. And they in fact help us to create a curriculum. We customize the curriculum when we develop these apprenticeship standards. So we work with the employers, we work with the government agencies like Workforce Development Board in getting the VOA funding or other state apprenticeship office funding or the OA incentive funding from our intermediary contract. So we constantly partner with government agencies. We also work with schools like vocational schools, private as well as continued technical education schools, so that we can create a stackable credentials and we can create a career pathway between the CTE schools or the vocational schools to community college, as well as with HBCUs and HACUs as well as four-year colleges. So we constantly trying to find partnership between all these schools. And finally, we work with community-based organizations as well as faith-based organizations. Many of underserved populations and vulnerable population, especially where you have people who are first generation immigrants, as well as people who are in vulnerable population, or a single family home, or people without one parent income, then they are afraid of authorities and they tend to have more credibility with their faith-based organization as a decision maker. So we tend to work with those faith-based organizations as well. Next slide, please. And I just wanted to mention some of our partners. Definitely we work with IEC, which is electrical contractors who are working throughout the country. We work with the Trinity Health, CVS Health, and Wright Varsity Technologies, Staten Island Performing Provider System, Henry Ford Health System, and these are all some of our major partners like Solar Energy Funds. We also work with the labor management organizations and unions. I just wanted to give you a clue of some of the organizations that we work with. Next slide, please. I just wanted to go over some of the pathways that we have created, like a biomedical technician, where we can work with laboratory workers. Currently, we have created a lab technician program that right now the related technical instructions are going on in Keene University. We work as an active supporting, these biomedical technicians work as a supporting role for the lead scientists and staff in the lab, and they also support in the goal of advancing scientific hypothesis. And these biomedical technicians definitely can be articulated into an associate degree in molecular biology, and then they can go on even into a bachelorate degree. Next slide, please. So that is the pathway that is showing here as a picture. Like the lab technician program is also articulated into a molecular trainee, which can go into a molecular biologist. So when you go into this kind of apprenticeship program, since they are funded by the government through any one of the contract, whether it is an expansion of apprenticeship program grant, or it is some help from the industry intermediary, or some other grant funds from the federal government, then you don't pay any training fee towards that. Then you stack this apprenticeship program, then you get those certificates, and once you stack those certificates, then you can get an associate degree, and from the associate degree you can articulate, and then you can go into a bachelorate degree. So the idea is to reduce your tuition loan or your tuition fee, thereby reducing your student loan. So that way many students can make use of this learn while you earn while you learn model, and gain your college education as well as advance in your career. So this is pretty much what I wanted to share with you. And if you have any questions, my contact is in the next slide.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Padma. We'll make sure to get that contact information out when we share the event recording via email in the next couple days. Thank you again for joining us today.
Thank you.
All right, that brings us into our next session with Micron. We have Kathy joining us, and she is the Senior STEM Partnership Program Manager. Hi, Kathy, how are you?
Hi, Alexa. I'm great. So happy to be here.
Yeah, we're so excited to have you. I'll let you take it over from here.
All right. And hi, everyone. I think that was so informative to learn from Padma about the Registered Apprenticeship Program. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself and a little bit about Micron and our programs and how you can engage with Micron through the STEM season. So my name's Kathy Amarati, and I am the Senior STEM Programs Manager at Micron. I'm located in Boise, Idaho, and I call myself a repurposed engineer. I started my career at Hewlett-Packard as a firmware engineer, and that's where I also had an internship. And I didn't ever actually meet an engineer until I started my internship, which was between my junior and senior year in college. And I finished my degree in computer science and mathematics at a small liberal arts college in Oregon. And I truly wish there was something like Tallo when I was growing up. I might have known earlier that I wanted to be an engineer. Since I was an engineer, I actually left Hewlett-Packard after a number of years. I worked there as an engineer and a manager, and I worked in competitive analysis. And then I wanted to become an educator. And so I got my education degree. But I've been working at Micron for about 12 years now, and just really excited about my day-to-day work where I get to engage students in STEM programs of all different types. So I think in the chat, there's going to be a link to connect with Micron. It's just an information page where you can say that you'd like to learn more about Micron. Would love to get some emails that I can reach out to, or just reach out to you over Tallo. And we do programs for all ages of students, elementary through high school, some in person, some virtual. So maybe you'll be able to join us at that time. So I want to tell you about Micron, and the image that you see here is going along with our vision. And now behind me on my background is Micron's mission. Now the mission statement is focused on the success of the business. But the vision statement is about what we want to do. What's our aspiration to benefit the company? And so just wanted to share that Micron hopes to transform how the world uses information to enrich life for all. And I'll tell you a little bit about our products. I did see a comment or a question in the chat about why did I choose going into computer science? And the reason for that is my first computer science class I took, it was the most challenging and the most creative class I had ever taken. I was always good at math and computer and sciences, but I never had programmed before. So thanks for that question. A little bit more about Micron. I love this slide because it's very visual, and maybe you all can relate. Like maybe those of you that are gamers, those that have a mobile phone. There might be a few of you out there. I just saw a comment, does Micron do anything in the medical field? Well, yeah, bottom right there is the medical field. Micron makes memory chips. And so memory chips hold on to data, and data is everywhere. I mean, especially if you look in that upper left corner, the AI, artificial intelligence, the only reason that AI can be so powerful today, and if anyone's heard of chat GDP or GPT, I can't remember the 3 letters there, it's all enabled because of all the data that's out there in the world. And so Micron is a semiconductor company, and these are the stats about Micron. I won't go through all the details, but they were started in Boise, Idaho, over towards the West Coast, and we're still headquartered in Boise, Idaho, but we are a global company. And I'll just highlight that Micron hit 50,000 patents right at the end of 2022. We actually have one engineer that holds nearly 1,500 patents. I think it's the 7th most patents of any one person in the world. So we're really, really proud of that. And so if anybody is familiar with Boise, Idaho, We actually started in the corner of an office building that's now a dentist. And it was two brothers from Eastern Idaho that started the company. We're a global company now, all over the world. And the majority of our employees actually live in Asia or work in Asia. And the companies that we provide, that Micron provides the solutions to, are primarily in Asia as well. So if you think of all the high-tech companies, a lot of their manufacturing is done in Asia. And so our manufacturing is near them. That said, Micron recently announced huge investment in expansion our fabrication and manufacturing of memory chips in the US. If anyone's heard of the Chips and Science Act, a lot of that is to bring manufacturing of chips back to the US. And so I'm excited that they're going to expand in Idaho, where I live and I work. We're also going to expand in New York. And then if you notice right now on the US side, there's only 2 sites listed, but that's going to grow. And also there's a number of sites all around the world that don't even manufacture anything. They are focused on customer connections. They are research and development, looking like 5 to 10 years out. You know, the iPhone 50, when it comes out down the road, Micron memory will be in it. So many different locations. And one of the things that I think is always really great to point out to students is that you can get a chance to travel the world with your company, and it's on the company dime. Another thing that we can talk about is that you can join Micron with a basic education. Padma talked about the registered apprentice. Micron is exploring an apprentice program, and you can join Micron with an apprentice, an associate's degree, a bachelor's degree, and then Micron and many other tech companies will help to pay for your advanced degrees. So it's really great to be part of a company like that, and there's many around the world that do that. So in addition to where we're located, I wanted to tell you a little bit about making memory chips. I won't go into a ton of detail here, but I love this image because it kind of shows the complexity and the scale of what goes into creating a memory chip. Now, the blue image you see, the interconnect wiring, those aren't wires. Those are all chemicals. If you're familiar with the huge periodic table, Micron uses almost every single element in the process of building memory chips. And that little tiny measurement at the bottom, about 2 micrometers, imagine how small that is, but yet how complex it is to build. And all these did you know facts about Micron, we make 10 quintillion bytes of memory every single year. And I just see this popped up on my screen. Why do I love STEM? I love it because it improves the world. By becoming an engineer or being a scientist, you are able to explore, invent, discover, and create solutions to major problems in the world. So here's a quick little graphic of how memory chips are made. It actually starts with sand. And that's the second most abundant element on the earth. It's silicon specifically. And then the silicon is spun into what's called an ingot, that thing that looks kind of like a bullet sort of. And then wafers are cut out of that. And then that skyscraper you saw, that blue interconnected wiring tower, those are built onto the wafer and then cut into chips. And I just have to tell you also about the name Micron. The name relates to what we do as a business. We work at a very, very small scale. So Micron is a measurement. It's 1/1,000,000th of a meter. And someone asked, how long does it take to produce these chips from start to finish? It's about 3 months, and there's like 2,000 steps involved, and they make millions of chips through that whole process. So I mentioned already about our STEM programs, but I'm going to wrap this up with please consider joining the STEM Season Challenge. We have a Micron engineer that's volunteered to provide some mentorship to a student that wins our challenge. And I think there's going to be a link in the chat as well, and would really love to see all sorts of folks sign up. We want to hear about what you're interested in. I loved all the questions from everyone that said, why did I choose this? And I want to hear what your interests are. So thank you for this opportunity. Alexa, I really appreciated being here with you and the Tallo community, and I'm excited for STEM season to kick off.
Well, we are so excited to have you join us today. Thank you so much, Kathy. You've sparked a ton of interest, and we have those links in the chat for them as well. So thank you again, Kathy.
Awesome. Bye.
All right, we are hopping into a quick 5-minute break like we did last time. We'll be back at 6:55 Eastern with Target and First, and then a few closing remarks, and that's it. So we are more than halfway through our event, but take a few minutes, grab a sip of water, a snack or anything, and we'll be back with Target. All right, everyone, as promised, that was a very quick break. It is time to jump into our next session, which is with Target. And we have Katrika Shaw joining us, who is a senior scientist. And I'm going to let you take it over from here. Thank you so much for joining us, Katrika.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Hi, everyone. My name is Katrika Shaw. I am a senior scientist with Target's Own Brand Beauty. I've been with Target Corporation for 2 years. I work in product development for Target's Own Brand Beauty. Target's Own Brand Beauty consists of all of Target's in-house brands. These brands include Sonia Kashuk, More Than Magic, Goodfellow, and Up and Up. I have a bachelor's degree in chemistry, an MBA, and I've completed graduate coursework in cosmetic science. My previous experience includes formulation for CoverGirl and Pantene, quality control for Avon, and work with the Personal Care Products Council. Next, I will talk a little about cosmetic science. What is cosmetic science? Cosmetic science is the study of the development of beauty products. What do cosmetic scientists do? Here are a few examples of the different careers that cosmetic scientists can have. Cosmetic scientists can be formulators. Formulators are creators. Formulators develop cosmetic product formulations. Raw ingredients are mixed together to create products. Most of the time, formulators work for finished goods and contract manufacturers. Cosmetic scientists can also develop raw ingredients. Ingredient scientists create new ingredients or they improve existing ingredients. Cosmetic scientists can also work in sales. A lot of raw ingredient suppliers sell their raw ingredients to finished goods manufacturers. A scientist can best explain the ingredients' functions. Cosmetic scientists also work in quality control. Quality scientists determine whether ingredients and finished products meet specifications. An example is the pH of this product within range. Cosmetic scientists can also work in guest insights. Guest insights scientists conduct sensory and consumer testing. An example of sensory testing is asking a group of consumers to evaluate a product. These are just a few examples of cosmetic science careers. You may be asking, how do I become a cosmetic scientist? Cosmetic scientists can have engineering, science, or cosmetic science degrees. There are also graduate cosmetic science programs as well. Some examples of cosmetic science courses are skincare, ingredient, and formulations, color cosmetic formulation, hair care science, claims, cosmetic microbiology, consumer research, product development, and fragrance theory. Next, I will give you a brief summary of the beauty product development process at Target. The development process always starts with an idea. Ideas can come from a variety of resources: consumer need, white space opportunities, etc. For this example, the idea is a conditioning lip gloss. The next step is market research. So we analyze the market, we look to see what other brands are doing. What are new trends in the market? Are there new ingredient trends, product trends? We also attend trade shows and conferences. Based on this research, a product recommendation is provided. Based on our lip gloss research, a lip gloss that contains shea butter and hyaluronic acid is recommended. We also want our lip gloss to be inclusive, so we recommend a wide range of shades. Next, a product plan is created. This plan gives details about what we need to develop. In this example, we will develop a lip gloss with shea butter and hyaluronic acid that comes in 10 shades. The product plan also includes any claims and cost parameters. Claims can be things such as, is this formula vegan? Is this formula made without parabens? Claims like that. There are also many subjective claims, such as stickiness, moisturization. We also include those in the product plan as well. Next is vendor scoping. So Target does not have laboratories. So Target uses vendors and contract manufacturers to produce our products. Potential vendors are researched to determine who has the capability to produce the lip gloss that we want. The next phase is product development. During product development, detailed information about what Target wants to develop is provided to potential vendors. This information includes ingredient requirements. In our case, we want shea butter and hyaluronic acid. Claims requirements, we don't want parabens. And in the case of lip gloss, specific shade information and packaging requirements. The vendors make the samples based on our requirements, and they send samples to PD for review. During the sample review process, we give the vendors feedback about the products. So if the product is too sticky, we ask them to decrease the ingredient that's causing the stickiness. If we want more moisture, we ask them to increase those ingredients, etc. Based on this feedback, formulations are updated until we have an optimal product. Product insights testing is also conducted to ensure that consumers like our final product. Once all of this is done, the vendor is selected and awarded business, and we have our final product. This was a very, very brief overview of cosmetic science and the development processes at Target. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Katrika. You sparked a ton of questions.
Okay.
Would you mind sticking around for?
Nope, I don't mind at all. Sure.
Awesome. All right. One question is, what is your day-to-day workday like?
So my day-to-day workday is a lot of market analysis. And then once I'm in a development phase, it's a lot of recommending products to our cross-functional team. And then once we get into the actual, once we have our product plan and we know exactly what we want to develop, I have a lot of interaction with vendors so that they can make the product that we need with the specifications that we want.
That's awesome. Definitely a busy day with tons of moving parts for sure.
Yeah.
This one's interesting. On average, how many different products are developed every year?
I would say on average every year, it depends because on what brand we're working with, but for new development, maybe it could be anywhere from 5 to 100. And I'm not working on all of those products myself. Right. We have different team members. And then keep in mind that for beauty products, like the lip gloss example, there can be 10 different shades. So that's 10 different products. For a body wash, it could be 14 different types of body wash. So those products add up really fast.
Absolutely. I'm sure they can.
Yes.
All right. The next one is, oh my gosh, sorry. I just lost it.
No, it's okay.
Do you only have to study chemistry or chemical science in order to go into cosmetic science, or what did you major in?
My undergrad is chemistry. You don't have to study chemistry. I've met a lot of cosmetic scientists where their undergrads were business, biology, marketing. But it is good to have some scientific knowledge because we do, especially when you formulate, you need to know about percentages, ingredients, grams, all of those chemical things that you learn in chemistry class.
Awesome. Thank you for that. we're gonna end with one last question. I'm gonna kind of combine two because both of them asked. What is your favorite part of your job and what makes it stand out as your favorite?
I think my favorite part of my job is just, I love beauty products and I'm a total beauty junkie. So just learning about all of the new products out there, the new ingredients, and being able to incorporate that knowledge into the products that I developed. So that's my favorite part of the job.
Totally. I will say a few of us at Team Tallo are very jealous of their job as well. Well, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us and for sharing all this wonderful knowledge.
You're welcome. And there are many questions. If you need me to follow up on any of those, I can. So.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, we are hopping into our next session with Michelle Long from FIRST Robotics, and she is the Director of Alumni Relations. Hey, Michelle, how are you?
I'm well, Alexa. Somehow I've turned myself into this avatar. So bear with me for 1 second while I turn myself back into a person.
No
That is over here. Oh boy, what have I done? Done. There we go. Just as goofy, but slightly more like a person. Thanks so much for sharing those slides. So let me just adjust my light for 1 quick second. All right. Hello, everybody. As Alexa mentioned, I am Michelle Long, the Director of Alumni Relations for FIRST. What is FIRST is probably the first thing that you're thinking. So before I have Alexa start the video on the next slide here, I want to share with you that FIRST stands for Inspiration and Recognition of Science and Technology. And we are a pre-K through 12th grade programming that students can get involved in to help you jumpstart some of the STEM careers that we were talking about earlier. So hopefully now I can mute myself and have Alexa play a quick little video.
Participants
and alumni of FIRST programs.
FIRST programs
Gain access to education,
amazing career discovery opportunities,
exclusive connections to scholarships,
really cool employers,
and ultimately a place in the FIRST community.
and a place in the FIRST community.
and a place in the FIRST community
For life.
This is a network of people that you get to grow with through your entire career.
Awesome, thank you. So
Participants
that gives you just a quick sense of kind of the excitement of FIRST. So I could talk for hours and never in any way get close enough to help you understand what it's really like to be part of a FIRST team or a FIRST event. So hopefully that video kind of got you energized. So let's talk about what FIRST is. We are as I said, pre-K through 12th grade program that gets kids excited about science and technology for careers and for the rest of their lives. We are a huge organization that serves students globally. We have about 2.5 million students that are reached across the world over the course of our 30-year history. And each year, we've got 1 million students who participate, and those students interact with adult volunteers throughout our community. And there's about 200,000 folks across the world who make FIRST happen. So as I mentioned, we have 3 programs. You see those on the screen here. FIRST Lego League, FIRST Tech Challenge, and FIRST Robotics Competition. I saw somebody already in the chat saying that they are a FIRST participant, so I'm so glad that you're here. Each of those programs serves students based on their age or their grade. So you'll see FIRST Lego League, as you can imagine, you're playing with some Legos and starting on early concepts. FIRST Tech Challenge, you're working on early robotics and science-based concepts. And then FIRST Robotics Competition almost functions like individual small businesses where you're working with teams of other students to both create a robot, but also come up with business plans and marketing and fundraising. And so it's a really exciting opportunity for kids to really start to gain some of the skills that you've heard companies talk about already tonight. So the other couple of things that I'm really excited to share with you this evening about FIRST is both how we're supported by industry. So some of the folks that you've heard from tonight are FIRST supporters like Target and Boeing, but we also work with incredible, huge companies like Apple or Qualcomm and Amazon. And so I'd love to go to the next slide and talk a little bit about where you might have seen FIRST in the past. So you'll see here, you might be familiar with our documentary, More Than Robots, that's, I believe, still available on Disney+, where you can really get a sense of what it's like to be on a FIRST team from across the world. You might recognize our founder, Dean Kamen, in the bottom there. And not only is he the founder of FIRST, but he also invented the Segway motorized transport and the diabetes insulin pump. So really great, incredible inventions that he's come up with that have really changed the world. You can also see some FIRST fans on the slide here, folks like President Obama and will.i.am, who are incredible supporters of FIRST and of our mission. So why don't we go to the next slide here, and I can introduce you to what really makes FIRST special. So we talked a little bit about robotics, programming, ways that kids can get involved, but what makes FIRST unique is what we really stand for. So you see at the bottom of this slide here, cooperation and gracious professionalism, which unless you're a part of FIRST are probably concepts that you haven't heard of before, but they're really what makes FIRST unique. So FIRST is a team sport where students are in some cases competing against one another or competing against another team. But we here at FIRST don't believe that you can compete at your best unless the people that you're competing against are at their best as well. So if you're at a FIRST event, you might see competitors helping one another. If someone's robot loses a part, they might talk to somebody at the next team and ask if they have a part that can replace a piece, and they'll freely give them. It's almost the opposite of what you see on BattleBox or other kind of reality competition shows where folks are fighting against one another. Here in the FIRST community, we're fighting to make each other better, and that's how we show that we can be the best at what we do. What also makes us unique and exciting is our commitment to not just having fun, but also learning while we're doing that. And so really working to ensure that participants in our program are familiar with how you can take the skills that you're learning and you can apply those to your careers. So if you're on a FIRST robotics competition team, you might be part of an after-school event with 25 other students who are at your school, where you will receive the same kit of parts that every other student participating in FIRST robotics competition across the globe receives. Everyone gets the same stuff at the same time and learns the same challenge. And then you get the same amount of time to try to compete and design something that can complete that challenge in a faster or more efficient way than your competitors. And we do that by building an inclusive and diverse community. So something that's really important to FIRST is ensuring that we look like and we reflect the communities that we serve. So we're really focused on ensuring that there's a place for everyone within the FIRST community, whether they come from certain backgrounds or certain circumstances now. We want to ensure that there's an opportunity for everyone to explore whether there's a place for them or a passion in a STEM field. So I think we've got one more slide here, and then I know my time is running up. So here again, just a quick glimpse of some of what FIRST can look like, and then we've got one more quick video to wrap up, and then we can take any questions.
FIRST isn't something that you do.
Isn't something you do.
It's something you are.
I'm an innovator.
I'm a mentor.
I am a maker.
A change maker.
I'm a leader.
FIRST isn't something I did. It's something I am. It's something I am.
FIRST
is something I am.
Thanks, Alexa. And I see we've got some questions in the chat. So I'm going to answer a couple of those out loud on my own. So I see folks asking if FIRST has scholarships, and one of the things that we are incredibly proud of is our 30-year-old scholarship program, where we partner with colleges, universities, and other organizations that make available scholarships to students who have participated in FIRST. We also work to ensure that students can explore other opportunities and ways that they can find pathways to success, whether or not that includes college.
Thank you so much, Michelle. I know we have so many more questions for you. You did a phenomenal job. The great news is, for everyone that's on this event, Michelle is doing an Ask Me Everything tomorrow. And so we'll go over that link, but any of your questions that you didn't get answered, you can put for her in the Ask Me Everything, and she'll be answering those tomorrow. But thanks again, Michelle. That was great. For all of you in the audience, if you're not a member of FIRST, what are you doing? It's great. You got to jump in. Such an amazing technology organization. So we're about to wrap up in just a moment, but I want to start with a huge thank you to our audience, to our Tallo members. This couldn't happen without you. You're the reason that we put together STEM season in the first place. And we asked you at the beginning of the event to jump in with great questions and drop some emojis, and you all really delivered. So thank you so much for making our partners feel welcome and celebrated here. And so we'll get to the gift card in just a moment. I'll just share one more time as a closing remark. We have our STEM season scholarship. So again, just by attending this event, you are now eligible for the STEM season scholarship. If you'd like to have more entries and chances to win that scholarship, you can go to STEM season on the Tallo community. And in that post that Alexa just dropped in chat, it has all the ways to participate, and we'll continue to update that. So if you click on that link, you'll see all the things that were talked about today, like the Ask Me Everythings with FIRST and Northampton and Unisys that are coming up. You also see that mentorship opportunity that Kathy mentioned in her Micron presentation. You'll see tons of great STEM articles, and all you have to do is participate, whether that's dropping a question in the Ask Me Everything or putting a comment on one of those articles. Every way that you participate in STEM season gives you one more entry into the scholarship. There's one more exciting opportunity that is coming from Stride. Tallo is a part of Stride, and Stride has launched an esports program. And so if there's any Minecraft players in the audience, they have just launched, and I just put the link in chat. It's actually going live an hour after this event. It's called Micron, or not Micron, Minecraft Builds program. And so if you're interested in Minecraft, you love that game and you want to take part, you can check out more information there. All right. Now, one of the moments we've all been waiting for, but who has won the gift card? So drum roll, please. It is Raina Laura. So Raina, congratulations. You've won the gift card for attending today. And so we'll be in contact with you later to get that gift card over to you. But congratulations on your great participation, and to everyone today. I want to say a huge thank you again to our members and to our speakers today, to Micron, to Target, Unisys, Northampton College, netAmerica. Thank you, everyone, and we'll look to seeing you throughout STEM season through April 15th. Bye, everyone.